purpose for down here? I mean, you just like?
Yeah, so a couple of things. So when I grew up in Alabama, I'm from Huntsville.
Really?
Yeah, and I was born in Sheffield, Alabama. And when I was 20, I left Huntsville and went to Seattle, and ended up 2 weeks later getting a job on the Exxon Valley, working on the Exxon Valdez cleanup.
Okay.
And I got up there and I went through some training. I was working for this environmental, company, organization.
I understand. I've seen them.
Yeah.
Seen them come and go since it started.
And I got up there and I'm like, I was expecting to, see a bunch of dead birds and dead fish, and then, all of a sudden I started like thinking, these people are hurting.
Yeah.
People are stressed.
You have no clue.
And then I just started seeing families breaking down and just stuff spun out of control. And I'm like, wow.
Yes.
And so then when I saw the whole Exxon Valdez, through the BP thing, I'm like, dude, I know exactly what's going to happen. It's just going to be bigger. And coming off of Katrina, the economy, and now this.
It doesn't take a rocket scientist, Stacy, to understand. I had a reporter sit on that stool from Alaska.
Yeah.
About 10 days into this, probably around the latter part of April. Last couple of days of April, I'm not sure. He wrote a report on me.
Uh-huh.
And I asked him, I said, look at me in the face. I was sitting here. I'd had me a couple of highballs.
Hey, man.
Getting worse and worse every day. And I told him, I said, look at me and tell me the truth. What's it like there today? He said, Mike, is still effed up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I didn't really know how to take that until I saw John Schnell from Channel 6.
Mm-hmm.
Channel 6 has been standing right where you are, right there.
Yep.
Right. 8 of them up in here, clicking all out in the beginning. And John Schnell went up there to some remote island or whatever, and with some biologist 21 years later.
Mm-hmm.
And he took a shovel and he turned over a rock, poured some fresh water, poof, oil.
There it is.
21 years later.
Yep.
And that was 11 million gallons.
Yeah, that's nothing.
We are looking at well over 300 million gallons. That was sand and rock beach.
Yep.
This is paraffin, 3/4 and needle grass in mud. When the oil kills the grass, let's go.
Yep. Yep.
I know y'all not familiar with this area. I'm gonna show you something. If y'all got a minute, right?
No, we got a few minutes. We're here, to hear your story, my friend.
Well,
and also,
get back with Tal.
Yeah.
The other day, and I was ill. Something just floored me. I'm fine now. I'm not contagious.
Yeah, he said you were ill. But I talked to him.
I was. It just floored me. But this is a different plot system than this. It shows you where I've been, where I'm going, where we're going to. Let's see. We'll zoom out a little ways. Give it a minute to boot up here. That's all my track lines.
Okay.
Where I go. You see this island right here? It used to be about 2 miles long. It doesn't exist.
What?
Doesn't exist. Does not exist.
So that's like gone in the last 120 days?
No.
Oh, just over time.
Over. Let me zoom in on it a little bit. That's a little too much. This is Pitty Pass. This is Lake Bowen. This is right over here. That island is right at about 12 miles from where we stand. And it was a couple of miles long. This is a pass where the current runs. And it was just a little bit of it left from Hurricane Katrina hit, with Katrina hit in its history.
Yeah.
But you can follow this coastline all the way around.
Vehicles heading 311.3 degrees.
Excuse me. Zoom back out. That island's gone. That island's gone. That island's gone. Get a little closer. Damn. In other words, our coastline. Let me get on down here and zoom down.
Been eaten up.
Oh yeah. Without the oil spill. Okay. This is natural, normal erosion. This island here is history. My my track line, well, you can see I drove over it one time right there, I believe. Most of this is going. I can actually get up in here now. These are my track lines outside in Chandelier Sound. This is, you go a little further south, I'll show you where all the dead fish have popped up in the last 2 days.
Oh, in the last, yeah, somebody said there was a big fish kill.
Where'd she go? All in this area. This is the Mr. Go.
Vehicles heading 311.3
All,
degrees.
come on. All this area, dead fish are just piling in, and they're saying it's lack of oxygen. Lack of oxygen, but they put 2.8, no, excuse me, don't get me lying, 1.8 million gallons of Corexy in the Gulf of Mexico. 1.8 million gallons of toxic substance that is illegal in Europe.
Yep.
It is illegal in Europe.
Yep.
But our government allowed them. And who makes Corexy? Who makes Corexy? One of the CEOs for British Petroleum.
Yeah.
This is what I understand.
Yeah.
I've been scared to speak out because I needed this little bit of work. You know how they got rid of me?
How was that?
BP Safety pulls up to the boat one day, says, we understand that you have 350 gallons of diesel in your bilge. I said, really? Well, there's the engine room door. Go down there and look.
Nothing.
It's painted white like those paper towels on the floor of my bilge. Okay, guy took a few pictures, had some aerosol cans, solvents, WD-40, some spray paint on a bench. Pretty much got a machine shop down below.
Not significant.
He said, oh, well, you got things in there like mixing bleach and ammonia. I said, well, tell me which things so I can separate them. Oh, well, I'll get back to you. Next morning, they'd already faxed my off-hire to Homa and got rid of me when I was promised to work till the 1st of October.
Wow.
So that knocked me out of $250,000.
Vehicles heading 311.3.
This is the way it's going.
Yeah. And this is what we want
in that bag. In that box right there, there's $243,000 worth of shrimp ticket sales.
Wow.
In that bag. Okay? They worked me for right at about 40 days. And say they put you on rotation. They put me on off hire. I just found out today. Those booms y'all walk by on the boat?
Yeah.
I can't go shrimp until they're put back on here. I don't own a crane. I've been sitting here since the 14th. I've called all these numbers from Homa to the local VU coordinators. Everyone I talk to, well, we don't know who you talk to. This is how I'm being treated now. Period.
Vehicles heading 311.3
It's terrible. It's terrible.
degrees.
It is a crooked rat race. They act like they're going to help us, but they're not.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not going to happen. And
no, not at this, because they're trying to...
Immediately when they capped that, they started firing boats. They worked fishermen in Alaska on 11 million gallons for 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years. They still don't have a herring population in Alaska. Killed them.
No bait fish.
Exactly.
That's
We got all these fish dying coming up here. There's 12 large buyers. When I say the person that buys my shrimp freezes $40 million every year.
Wow.
He buys them, he freezes them, he unloads them between Thanksgiving and March to get ready for our spring season again in April. That's when he can make his most profit. He will not buy 1 pound, let alone tie up $40 million for him to be told, look, something's come up in the water, you have to destroy him. I can't blame the man.
No, you can't.
Okay, so here I